Rock star violinist raised on Beethoven and the Beatles recently made a tour stop at Kettle Moraine High School, where he staged a groundbreaking program that gets orchestra students plugged into music. Our Sunday morning spotlight is shining on Mark Wood and his Electrify Your Strings music education phenomenon. Mark Wood has impressive credentials, a Juilliard-trained violinist, Emmy-winning composer, a performer, producer, inventor, and self-proclaimed disruptor.
Remember all the great moments in our history is somebody coming in and saying, I have an idea. Let's try this instead, whether it's a Steve Jobs, whether it's a Beethoven. Being a disruptor like that is thrilling, it's invigorating, and it's part of our responsibility as artists. Left, right, good.
An artist and music education advocate, encouraging students to express themselves on stage and in life.
Let me hear ya!
Job one is to activate the fun button.
I want everybody to push the fun button, which means you're smiling and you play your instrument. That's where I want to see the positive energy.
It didn't take long for Wood to connect with Kettle Moraine Middle School students, including 7th grade cellist Liam Lewerke.
He definitely has a personality that makes us want to just play and not stop.
And 8th grade violinist Haley Carnes.
I think it's really inspiring for us all because we are learning a new way that we can play our instrument and how we can express ourselves through music.
That's the message we need for kids of today, that creativity, imagination is infinite and spontaneous. 1, 2, ready, go! Down, up, bow in the air. I see some penguins. I want gladiators. Let's get rid of the music stand. Let's get rid of the music. Let's bring in instruments. Let's change this whole thing up. Let's stand up, man. And, ooh, maybe we should smile. And you're smiling. You have a beautiful smile. Maybe we should move a little bit. Oh, my goodness, look, we're moving. And the bow's in the air. Beautiful thing. And we're creating music, and we're creating emotion and power. Say hello to Mr. Peterson.
Now in its 18th year, Wood's Electrify Your Strings program partners with school music directors like Jonathan Peterson to amp up students' interest in bowed string music by melding classical with contemporary.
It truly is a partnership. I'm learning from him as well. Mark, he's talking to me while he's working with the kids, and it's a really good opportunity for me to look at other ways of my teaching to help me improve as a teacher and improve the work of my students. I'm
an instigator. They hired me to come in to mess everything up, move it around, move everything, and make people think differently. The great disruptor.
He was an original member of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, a symphonic rock band that's been a holiday season favorite in Milwaukee and around the world for more than 2 decades. Wood admits, though, TSO was not an overnight success.
A couple of concerts, people thought we were from Russia. Half the audience would leave after the first song because we're really loud and we're really a rock band. And I was like, wow, is this happening? And then all of a sudden, kaboom. We are now 2 bands. Each band touring company has 10 to 20 tour buses, 150 people. We're selling out everywhere. I am so proud of the contribution. But I found that I needed to make a bigger impact on people.
He did by launching Electrify Your Strings. Wood visits dozens of schools each year, holding workshops, concerts, and raising money for music education, the kind of intimate and rewarding experience he couldn't find in a sold-out arena.
When you're playing in front of 15,000 people, it's darkness. You sort of see, hi, everybody. I don't know who you are, but I'll see you next time. Hannah's going to be in the front row with us. In fact, you all should be in the front row. Hello, Jack. When I'm at schools, I know these kids' names. Annabelle, Lexi, Juliana? Yeah. Hi, Juliana. Olivia, Katie, Mackenzie, Ari. I bond with them, and I create a moment they will never forget. And that, to me, has as much impact, if not more.
You can tell that he does this for us and that he really wants us to stay with our music and to pursue it because we enjoy it.
It's a lesson Wood learned growing up in a family of musicians and artists on Long Island, New York. Mark and his three brothers formed the world's first all-brother string quartet. They'd perform with their mother, a concert pianist, while their father painted scenes of their living room recitals.
My grandfather was Henry Ford's architect, all woodworkers, and my dad was a painter. So at 10 years old, I thought, man, I gotta build something, man. I wanna build an electric violin. Never been done before. We're talking the late 60s, 70s, right? And I built one. I said, man, this is cool, because my heroes were John Lennon and Beethoven.
This classically trained musician, billed as the world's first heavy metal violinist, invented a variety of electric string instruments, including the Viper, with its patented chest support system.
The instrument holds itself up so that I can move my body and I can feel music instead of this way. So again, it's not replacing the experience. We will never replace a magnificent acoustic instrument, but to have an alternative way of experiencing a bowed string instrument for kids, that is my goal. Open up the universe, expand the way we think. Again, disrupting another industry.
The great disruptor is also a collaborator, connecting student musicians with their school and community, electrifying traditional music education while enhancing existing programs like the Kettle Moraine Middle School's Rockestra.
I think it's the emotional part of music that really keeps people interested and involved, and it's always trying to remember that, and that's really a big message I know that Mark is bringing across.
And a big screen!
He just wants us to keep playing, and we want to keep playing because it's really fun to watch him do that and think that one day we could be like that too. Playing those electric instruments or making something new out of the old.
You're on the cover of Strings magazine in the title, Mark Wood Wants to Save Your String Program. Is it happening?
The paradigm shift is happening. Strings have been in the forefront for 400 years, and when the guitar came into play, Jimi Hendrix came in and was like, what's the violin? We would listen to Jascha Heifetz and X.R. Perlman. We love it. They are still relevant and important today, but the guitar blew us out of the water. I was like, how did that happen, man? Okay, change rules. We need to come back and be the heroes. Here we go. You ready? So the way we do that is we come in and we think differently about approaching the perception. Change the way we think. And I want students and kids to participate in that magnificent energy of, let's turn this thing upside down. Really? Yeah, you can do that? Of course, do it.